Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Kansas Motor Speedway. It is time for the first race here in the American Sim Racing League. Tonight's race sponsored by, and always going to be sponsored by, hopefully that is, McConaughey Setup Shop. Make sure you check out McConaughey's. They're the one-stop shop for your iRacing setups for all your open setup needs. Splash and Go Graphics, one of the best paint makers here in the iRacing service. Be sure to check them out over on Facebook, Splash and Go. Also, we want to thank MPI, Max Pappas Inc. Make sure you check them out, as well as Butt Kicker. They are one of the coolest things that you can get in your sim racing. And of course, we got to thank our one and only, or not one and only, but our other sponsor, Law Chevrolet and Buick. They're the main sponsor for our Super Late Model Series here in the ASL. And last but not least, we're proud to partner with Infinite Hero. We support them very much. So thank you to them. Check them out, Infinite Hero. Join with me in the booth tonight is none other than Todd Chase Jr. Todd, we are live from Kansas. New season here for the Truck Series. What is your thoughts coming into tonight? We know that you was excited for it.
Yeah, really pumped up to be here at Kansas. We see here in this warm-up, it's going to be a really exciting race. Nobody's going to be able to really pull away from each other, kind of like how we've seen in some instances, the same draft package is kind of like the next gen had. We've seen in that practice at Daytona there's a huge wreck here in the warm-up. But no, we've got a really good race lined up tonight, and I can't wait to get it going.
All right, so we are getting set to go here in just a few moments here as we get set to go. Qualifying has been done already, and we'll go over that in just a second. And sorry, I'm making sure all of my messages are taken care of. All right, so we did do qualifying already. Todd, you sent me the bracket for that. Pretty good qualifying effort here. Trent Ringler, the 26, is going to be on top of the board here in the Truck Series. Jesse Bennell, I think that's somebody we've truly got to watch this season, is at 96 bill. We're back in the trucks. Adam Matz, Johnny Avila, back here as well. He is currently 4th. Jeff Eunice qualified 5th. We will go over our starting grid up here very soon, but I want to do this. Todd, who gets the championship this season?
Oh boy, it's going to be tough. I actually think it's going to be Dwayne Hunt. I think he won the season last year, or he won the championship last season. I think he's going to repeat.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jesse Bennell to pick up the championship. I think that's somebody to, like I said, keep an eye on. Of course, you got to watch Johnny Avila as well. I mean, there's literally anybody you want to throw a brick at here, you can really watch. Todd Cray's another one to watch out for. Bentley Glasser, Todd, we know you got to watch out for. There's multiple guys that you have to watch out for in this series as we get set to go here in just a few minutes. Qualifying has already been done, like I said. So we will hop over to the big screen. You guys enjoy the intro. But by the way, we was just talking during that break that we just kind of had of our intro. Who our dark horse was or is, I kind of went Jeff Eunice. And Todd, who did you go with?
Bentley Glasser.
There you go. And that's, honestly, let's be honest, you're not going to go wrong with that pick.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's definitely got a chance.
Yep. Want to mention tonight's race is going to be 125 laps. There is a planned competition yellow at lap 60.
Yeah.
If we do have a caution right around lap 50, that will count as the competition caution. Fuel window is about 30 to 35 laps, and everybody gets 3 sets of tires in the pits. So, should be a fun one tonight.
It's gonna be
As I believe we're getting, I think we're getting ready to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. We keep interrupting each other. It's one of them nights, Todd. We're both fired up because Cowboys lost and we're happy.
Yep. No, I was just gonna say I think warm up was getting ready to end, and gridding was gonna begin. So
row 5, we got Derek Pemberton and Tyler Sawville. Row 6, Callum McNichol, Hunter Waters. Patrick DeSaunier are going to start off in the 93 Infinite Hero truck in 13th. Justin Gann alongside him. Keep your eye on Justin Gann, by the way. He's a really good driver. Charlie Woods, Kyle Vermeer. Ray Polky, Timothy Bates. Why does that name sound familiar?
Timothy Bates.
Is that Bates Motel?
I don't know for sure.
Anyway, Levi Poland. Ron Hollyfield, probably not. Francis, not going to butcher your last name, in the 8 truck will start 21st. Steve Units, 22nd. That's an underdog, Todd. Mark Jenkins in the trucks. Remember, he was good in these things a few seasons ago. Bentley Glasser, 24 for 24. Robert Burris, going to be starting in the 75 in 25th. DJ Lemon, going to be starting in the 14th and 26th position. And that was all, I believe, in this field tonight. So,
yeah.
I
want to touch... Sorry, I keep interrupting you again. Okay. I wanted to touch base. You didn't know the last name for Francis in 21st. I believe it's pronounced Baloo. So.
All right. Well, we'll go with that. Baloo.
Baloo.
All right, here we go. The 96-26 of Trent Ringler. I know his last name. And Jesse Bennell up on the front row. As we get set to go green here from Kansas Motor Speedway. My favorite track on the schedule, by the way. The race on. As we get set to go. Todd Chase, why don't you bring us to the green flag here to start the season?
All right. Pace truck ducks down pit road. It will be Trent Ringler and Jesse Bennell looking for the green flag.
Green flag.
Green flag is out at Kansas. ASL season is underway.
Live and underway here from Kansas Motor Speedway. The 26, Trent Ringler, going to have to take the low side. You will be able to run this low side for at least 10 or so laps before you start to move up here under the lights at Kansas.
Still side by side here, about second row on back. We know that according to Derek, he was talking about how he was wide open for about at least 10 to 15 laps before he had to start cracking the throttle. So,
hey, that is a truck you do not we do not want to take our eyes off of too much tonight. I'm not saying that because we own that truck and I overtake Champions Fishing TRN truck. We do not want to take our eyes off the 82 because honestly, this guy knows Kansas. He's a multiple-time winner here at Kansas Motor Speedway. He gets the apron a little bit, actually washes up almost in front of the 81, trying to hold on. Here comes that 81 truck looking to take advantage of his Callum McNichol on the outside. Not surprised. Remember, you can run this high side here.
For second. Looks like it is Adam Matz looking underneath of Jesse Bennell, or looking to the outside of Jesse Bennell. And it looks like Bennell going to go to second. And Matz is kind of dropping up there at the top right now. Got a battle for third here. Got Johnny Avila looking to the inside of Adam Matz now.
Johnny Avila right now is running in fourth place, trying to take away third, that 83 truck. And you see that 9 truck on the high side, the Max Pappas truck, that orange number 9 Chevrolet. Still able to hold on to third right now.
Take that pass, and I kind of feel like in order to make a pass, you're going to have to slingshot these guys.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something interesting. I've talked about this plenty of times because, like I said, Kansas is my favorite track. I've literally won here like 10 times. Multiple-time winner, bragging on myself. Yes, I am. You really run this track. You have to, unlike normal, if you're going to make a pass on the bottom, you got to do it early. If you want to make that pass on the bottom, you have to be even with that truck coming out of the corner. Say exit turn 2, exit turn 4. If you do not, you're basically trying to do it on the high side because it is a very tough place to pass on the bottom as the tires wear out.
Got a battle here for the, I believe this is the 5th position, Dwayne Hunt battling with Jeff Unich, and it looks like the 21 there of Todd Cray trying to join that party.
Yeah, Jeff Unich in that 89 truck. Dwayne Hunt, that Arizona Laminate, previous elite champion. Todd Cray, of course, you guys see him running that Pets in Paradise, number 21.
It looks like Cray got a little tight there on the exit of 2. Had to slide up, behind Dwayne Hunt there. And now it looks like it's pretty much single file all the way back.
Yeah, and Todd, you know this as well as I do. You're going to see all these trucks get to that high side as this time goes on. The dirty air, I mean, it's so tough to pass, but you will start to see these trucks start navigating up the track a little bit. Now, with this package, Todd Craig gets a little bit of the apron. He goes up the racetrack, but able to still hold on to that spot. As here comes the 11, Tyler Sobville. Haven't mentioned that name here too much. Well, I haven't mentioned it all tonight. And that Arc Telecom. I like that paint. That's nice. Then behind him, Josh Connors, by the way, in that Ford truck.
Yeah, some of them guys, Josh Connors and Tyler Seville, they always bring really good paints to the racetrack, and they always have really good results with those. So hopefully they can continue that as we got now 8 green and clean laps, and I kind of feel like this race could start that way all the way up until that competition yellow.
On board with Derek Pemberton. He is using an in-game spotter tonight, and that spotter is none other than Joe Burchett. Joe Burchett was the winner of our first ever super late model race for the elites here in the ASL Series last week. That was an awesome race. Joe pretty much dominated, but had some really good drama there towards the end. But he was able to hold on to win that race, and that's who's on board with the 82 here tonight. So we'll see if there's some correct calls. We stayed green here at Kansas so far. 10 laps about to be complete. Not too surprising, nothing out of the ordinary that we see, Todd, that's surprising anything, but we do see a top 3 breakaway.
Yep, and that's actually what's surprising me right now is, the top 3 are just running single file and breaking away, so to speak, from the rest of the field, and I don't expect that to last I don't expect it to last much longer.
Yeah, one thing you did see just now is Trent Ringler go to that middle groove in turns 1 and 2, and that is the momentum of what you start to see happening here at Kansas. The line slowly starts to move up, and you're seeing it right now as he works out of turn 4, starting to pull that gap over Jesse right now. But we're still single file all the way back. We may have Josh Connors or somebody back there. Who was that? Might have been back a little bit further. It might have actually been Justin Gann that looked to the inside of Patrick. Wasn't able to get there.
Yep. Also, there was a battle, I believe, for 10th there with Hunter Waters and Colin McNichol. So
we've got a big mover right now working his way through the field. Todd, that's the 75 up on that high side. Robert Burris. He is now up 9 spots, working on Kyle Vermeer, trying to take that 9 spot away, or 9 spots. Then the 00 with Levi Poland. That's somebody else to watch. That 00 is going to be a good factor here. As you see the 75 looking it out outside, have to check up just a little bit. And
that's just a product of running that line. You want to run it in deep and kind of check out of it at the entry of the corner, and then try to get that run out.
Right here's a good example, by the way, Todd. What happened when you get caught on the bottom on old tires? Derek was trying to make a pass on the 81 of Callum McNichol, wasn't able to do so, and that has allowed Patrick to now catch up. We're looking at 3 wide here at Kansas.
3 wide at Kansas is really not.
It's not hard.
No, it's not hard. The track is very wide. It's not as wide as like Michigan or Auto Club, but it's wider than Vegas.
Definitely capable of running 3 wide. So Derek going to give up a few spots now. He's back 5 spots. His battle for second has changed hands. Adam Matz has now moved into second place, while Jesse Bedell drops back to third. Jeff Unich still rides in fourth as we continue here at Kansas Motor Speedway. In the chat, let me know who you guys are pulling for. That's something we like seeing. And while we're at it, I do got a link I'm going to drop in the broadcast right now. And if you guys are curious about the American Sim Racing Series, you guys can go over and check them out on their website at asl.com.
Now, do we want to throw this link in there as well with our Twitter account, or do we not?
Yeah, you can.
So if any of you are interested, we do have our own Twitter. Go ahead, send us a picture of you watching our broadcast or you sitting in your sim rig or whatever, and we'll shout you out here on the broadcast.
We would show you if you're lucky enough. Well, I won't say lucky, but we'll show you on the broadcast over at twitter.com/TS Racing Network or TS Racing Network. Make sure you guys check that out as well.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Matz is now starting to run down Trent Ringler here. He's running the high lane here in 1 and 2, but I think down here in 3 and 4, he's running the same line as Ringler, and it's allowing him to catch him, coming to the line. See right here, he goes to the top this time, as Ringler goes to kind of like between the middle and the bottom. You can see right there the runs that the 9 is getting on the 26.
By the way, I'm also going to post another link in the chat for the McConey Setup Shop. Make sure you guys go over and check out Greg McConey. There's some pretty cool stuff.
Right full of links tonight.
We do. We got them full of it. And you do see that gap closing in from the 26 or on the 26 at 9 of Adam Matz. He was very happy to go back to the trucks, and you can see why here as he runs second, trying to run down this leader.
Yeah, he's been doing a really nice job. And last time through 3 and 4, you've seen the 26 try to move up there to break kind of like that run, taking his line away. And it didn't really break that run. It kind of actually pulled him closer. But then there in 1 and 2, he ran the bottom, and it kind of pulled him away from the 9 there a little bit. But while these two are actually racing for this spot, it's allowing the rest of the field to kind of close back in again. As Tyler Seville will go to 6th. Robert Burris will go to 15th. Mark Jenkins 16th. Good battle here for 6th between Tyler Seville and Dwayne Hunt, as well as Derek Pemberton and Josh Connors battling for the 12th position.
Derek's starting to work his way back up through the field now, Todd. He dropped back to 15th a moment ago. And here he is now setting his eyes on 12th position. Looks like he's going to take that spot away. Derek's doing a nice job. Maybe save a little bit of tire. Maybe see that now.
I tell you what, outside of maybe you, if there was anybody else that I would rather have spotting me, it would be Joe.
Yeah. Joe's good spotter.
Yeah. He knows his stuff just like you do, as we got a battle for the lead here. Adam Matz still kind of looking around, trying to get around Ringler. Showing him the nose to the inside a little bit, letting him know he's there. You see Ringler getting a little loose there on the top side of the racetrack. This is going to allow a run from Adam Matz as they head back down into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, riding on board with Adam Matz in that number 9. We're riding off the nose. Here he goes, looking to the inside. It's going to be very tough to make this pass. Such a late entry from that 9, but once again, trying to find any clean air. He's got to keep this pretty close here. All this is going to do is allow that number 63 truck to work up closer to the both of these.
Yeah, and I kind of feel you got to do what Adam Matz did there in 1 and 2. You really got to close up onto the back of him and kind of slingshot yourself around him, but you also got to drive a little bit deeper than what he did. That way you can use the slide job to get around the 26.
Battle back here for 12th. Derek Pemberton, Steve Unich. Derek able to hold off the 27 truck for now. Here it goes back to the inside. Still working on Patrick here as well. I think this is loud. It's very close racing here between these 3 trucks. And right now, Derek's probably going to move up to the high side. He does move up to the high side, trying to hold off this 27, who's starting to charge through the field. Steve Unich up 9 spots. It's a truck you're not going to be able to hold back for too long. We know that. As we work out of turn 4, Patrick going to slide a little bit. Derek dives down to the bottom, maybe trying to make a pass here on the 93. I thought he just got loose, and turns out that was just the move he wanted to make.
Yep, Steve was able to get around the 82 for now. But look at this, the 82 going to get around Patrick here, 1 and 2, going to slide up in front of him. And like I said, right there, that's the kind of move you've got to make in order to gain the lead here, or at least make a pass within the field.
I would agree 100% with that. As Derek now tries to drive away from his 93 as he holds on to 11th. We'll jump back up, by the way, to 75 as Robert Burris has worked his way up to 14th. He's closed in on Patrick as well. We'll keep an eye on that as we do jump back up to the front of the field, and you kind of see these top 3 trucks broken away here on lap 25. Todd, we're about 10 laps away, I think, from seeing pit stops.
Yeah, I would agree, and I don't expect it to be, our top 3 or top 5. I expect it to be, further back, like towards like Derek, Patrick, Robert, Josh Connors, Mark Jenkins. That group right there, I can actually see them coming down pit road first, as you see Hunter Waters going to the 7th and Bentley Glasser going to 16th now.
There you go.
And basically what I mean by that is these guys are going to try to leapfrog our leaders by coming a lap before our leaders. So we'll see if they decide to do that, as it's basically a 3-truck battle for this lead now. Avila has caught the back of the 9 machine of Adam Matz. He's going to look to the inside of Adam Matz here. And 1 and 2, not going to be enough as he slides up. And he'll fall right back behind the 9.
All right, man. Caution is out.
We got a yellow. Yep.
Caution out, and it is going to have to do with DJ Lemon in the 14 truck. He's got a lot of nose damage, and that was more involved. It was also the 90. What happened here? It looked like maybe the 90 or 14 went up in that Bitcoin. So Kyle Vermeer, a big shot as well, but the 90 of DJ Lemon, it's a pretty tough shot there for that 14 Chevrolet as he gets turned into the outside wall with the other number 90 of Kyle Vermeer. As you see, the Bitcoin 14 goes down to the bottom. Not the way you want to start off your night here, especially in a new season at Kansas. But this is going to set up pit stops here, Todd, that will get us to that competition yellow.
Yeah, I can actually see some, our first, 10 or so guy, top 10 come down pit road this time by. It's close enough to that fuel window where, they'll come down and get 4 fresh tires and fill up with some NOCO fuel. And as you see right there, Trent Ringler going to bring the field down pit road. We'll see who wins the race off pit road.
I would agree. So here we go. Cars are on pit lane this time. We will get set to watch the race off pit road as Trent Ringler going to be in that very last pit stall. You see all the other trucks behind him coming into their box. Very interesting stop. The 7 spins on pit road in that Law Buick Chevrolet and gets some of the wall. Hunter Waters may have had some help there. Try to see what happened there. Todd, you still with me?
Yes, I am still here. I'm just seeing who it will be. The 26 of Trent Ringler going to win the race off pit road, but second, that was a good battle there. Looks like Adam Matz and Johnny Avila would be your top 3.
Here's what happened to Hunter Waters as he was coming into his pit box. Backing up one more. It was the 21 of Todd Cray right behind him. Oh, no, they did not make contact. It was just a 7 for some reason. Locked up the brakes and went around.
Yep.
Maybe another.
I think another thing that we didn't talk about yet is hot tires coming down a cold pit road.
That is very true.
So that's going to set up our restart for our first yellow of the night. It will be Trent Ringler and Adam Matz on your front row. Johnny Avila and Jeff Unich, your second row. Tyler Seville and Dwayne Hunt, your third row. Steve Unich and Todd Cray, your fourth row. And Justin Gann and Derek Pemberton now running in 10th. They will make up your fifth row.
Yeah, and that number 75 of Robert Burris, that's somebody we're going to be watching. Well, I guess we can say him and Bentley Glasser both in 11th and 12th. So we will keep an eye on that one as we get set to go back green this time, as the sun is starting to set pretty good here at Kansas Motor Speedway.
You know what they say, the nighttime is the right time.
We're going to find out if that's true. I do like this place at night, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know why I like this track so much. I just do.
It's fun. That's the reason. You're wide open for half the run, pretty much half the run, and then after that, you're just hanging on for your dear life, waiting for a yellow.
Yes, sir. So
here we go.
Pretty good little break there. 30 minutes until we go to our next yellow.
Yeah. Here we go. Who can get the better launch? Trent Ringler on the inside and Adam Matz on the outside. Green flag is back
Green
out.
flag, green flag.
Trent Ringler will get that good launch as you see him break it away from the field. That's not really going to help him much. The further you get out, the more draft you're going to, or the more of a run the field will get on you. As you see, I believe that was Johnny Avila. Yep, Johnny Avila will go to second, battle here for third.
Yeah, Adam Matz really struggled on that restart. He's trying to hold on. And that 11 running that low side probably going to be able to take this away as well as Tyler Seville sliding door by door with Adam Matz. And, yep, Matz falls back to third. Derek Pemberton, a good start as well, Todd. He went from 10th to 8th.
Yeah, I feel if Derek can have these really good restarts like that, you know, watch this guy late in this race. If we get a late race restart as Patrick goes to 14th, battling there with Ron Holyfield.
Yeah, 3 wide there.
Yeah, Steve Unich involved with that. Josh Connors goes to 19th.
Patrick will work underneath Ron Holyfield here on the apron. That is legal, by the way, here at Kansas.
But no, if Derek can have really good launches, you know, he can actually have a chance at winning this race if he can get inside the top 10.
That's where spotter.
Or top 5.
We said he's got that live spotter. That's where that live spotter comes in a huge huge advantage. And I mean, we say that Dwayne Hunt also has a live spotter as well. There is a big advantage in having a live spotter instead of your normal iRacing spotter.
I feel more comfortable when I've got a live spotter.
100%.
You know, I don't know what it is. Sometimes the iRacing spotter doesn't really call, you know, when you're really open. As Jeff Unich now looking to the inside of Johnny Avila here for the second position, and he will clear him with ease and set his sights here on Trent Ringler here out of turn 4.
Good day when Cowboys lose.
It's also a good day when the Eagles lose,
don't
too.
say that, Todd. You don't say that.
Battle for the race lead. Jeff Unich has a run on Trent Ringler. Not going to take it for right now. I kind of had to throw that jab in there.
No, you didn't.
Even though my team played one game less than your guys' teams did.
True.
But
these restarts at Kansas pretty wild, huh?
oh yeah, I always love the restarts here.
They are good. Even in a real life NASCAR, they're good.
Which I know it's not the same racetrack that we're here right now talking about, but the restarts were always good at Chicagoland as well, and I don't understand why they pulled that race off the schedule.
I would agree.
You know, if you want to pull a race off the schedule, pull Pocono or New Hampshire, something off the schedule like that where they're just snooze fests. But
there's a lot of snooze fest racetracks. Pocono.
Yeah.
Much as I actually like Pocono. I might run that tonight. I don't know yet. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted from Todd.
Pretty much single file throughout the rest of the field now. I think everybody's just playing, you know, follow the leader until this competition yellow at lap 60. You got a battle back there, I believe, for about the 9th or 10th position. Let's see. That was Derek back there now in 7th.
By the way, Todd. This day in history, in 1988, a little bit more recent than what we normally go with, but NFL St. Louis Cardinals announced to move to Phoenix. Become the Arizona Cardinals.
Boy, I really wanted to, you know, I really wish I was able to see those days when they were in St. Louis.
I know. Pretty crazy to think about, actually.
Come to think of it, I wasn't even born yet. It would have been another 2 years.
You were born in 90? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Gosh, you're
So.
young kids these days, I swear.
Oh, looks like Dwayne Hunt almost caught the wall there on the exit of turn 2. That's going to allow Derek back here in 7th. Thought he was going to have a run on Dwayne, but now he settles back in between Dwayne and Todd Cray. Adam Matz goes to 4th, getting around Tyler Seville.
By the way,
Tell you what,
Bonanza, the show Bonanza, this day in history, was the final episode of Bonanza.
really?
Yeah, did not know that, actually. So I'm just reading over special things that might have happened.
Well, you are special, so.
You know that. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that. Oh, gosh. All right, so race is still ongoing here. We're 41 laps in. Once again, the competition, yellow top was 60, you said?
Yes.
All right. By the way, all but one car is still running. 25 of them cars are still on track. Here's Levi Poland, Timothy Bates, back here for 18th place.
Both still doing a nice job right now. Both definitely want to be up further in the field, but right now they're possibly just trying to feel out how this race is actually going to fall before they start making moves. So it's still technically early, but look at this. Adam Matz falling, or actually he's trying to get around Johnny Avila for the 3rd position as Todd Cray gets around Derek Pemberton for this 7th position. And I must say, compared to that first run we had, there really isn't any pressure being put on Trent Ringler right now. Want to mention Justin Gann has now gone around Derek as well. I'm starting to...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I'm starting to feel maybe Derek used a little too much there on the restart.
That is one of his things that he does do a little bit of early. Todd, I want to mention real quick, we got a car smoking. Not sure where that smoke came from.
Yeah. I believe could be Johnny, because he's falling all the way to 12th. Dwayne Hunt.
I don't think it was Kyle Vermeer. Could have been Kyle Vermeer, but
Johnny's falling all the way to 14th.
yeah, he's in trouble right now, actually. He might have some damage as well. I can't tell from that angle. Huh. Not sure what's going on there. In the meantime, while we watch this and see what's going on, as I hit the wrong button on my computer like I normally do, we got a big night next week because we're going to have multiple broadcasts. Here's what I mean by that, and I know that is a curious question of what are you talking about? Well, here's what I'm talking about, Todd. Next week, January 23rd, is the ASL race. Very surprised that there's a race that night, I'm not going to lie. Because the Saturday, the 22nd, we're going to be busy. We're going to be showing some of the race here on Trackside Esports. And that is the Daytona 24.
I will say, some of the race would also be on my Twitch channel as well.
Shout it out, Todd. Shout it out.
I believe it's www.twitch.tv/Todd's gaming page. Didn't let me finish.
But we will be from Talladega next week, so we may be very tired next week.
Yeah.
Because we literally may not go to bed till 11 a.m. Sunday morning.
But it'll be worth it.
If we win.
Yeah.
We're not going to win, are we?
No, I don't think so. Oh boy, I mean we got Joe to worry about starting us off.
That's true. Derek Pemberton working on the, how about this, Todd? Working on the 8 or 24 Bentley Glasser.
Yeah, also Johnny now up to 12th. He must have figured out his issue. But yeah, Derek doing a nice job now, kind of bringing the rest of the field back towards him again. As Justin Gann now trying to get around Todd Cray here for 4th.
Yeah, one of the things about Derek, the goal for him this season is to make the playoffs. As Robert Burris goes around him, Robert moving his way up through the field really nice.
Justin Gann does get around Todd Cray, but Todd's going to try to do the crossover move here, 1 and 2. Not going to have enough. Woo! That was a little close there. But, going back to Derek, his goal being, getting into the playoffs. If he could show up every week, he's got a fair chance at making the playoffs. So, back up to our race leaders. Trent Ringler has now grown his lead up to 1.3 seconds over Jeff Unich. Tyler Seville running third, 1.9 seconds back. And then you got that battle there that just occurred between Justin Gann and Todd Cray. Both are 3.6 and 3.8 seconds behind our race leader now. Johnny Avila now gets around Patrick DeSaunier as Mark Jenkins gets around Derek Pemberton. Derek now falling to 9th again. Derek falling back now.
Yeah, like you said, something, I don't know, something could have happened there with Derek, not sure.
Meanwhile, you got Tyler Seville up here trying to run the high lane. Try to get that run on the 30 of Justin Gann. He's a little further back, but he's got Todd Cray trying to get around, Bentley Glasser trying to get around Todd Cray, I'm sorry.
Bentley up on that high side. I was going to zoom in here and I want to check Derek and see if he's got any damage because he may have burnt some stuff up. Maybe got in the wall a little bit. I can't tell if there's damage on that side or not.
Tell you what, though, Bentley Glasser, he's doing a nice job.
Yeah, Derek
he's
got
doing
in the
a
wall,
nice.
Todd.
Okay, I figured something happened.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't enough to drop him back some.
Right. Well, here, the slightest bit of contact will
make you lose rhythm and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like having a parachute, hanging off your tailgate. As now we are 8 laps away from the competition yellow. And what I was going to mention, Chapman, is you see this 24 running the high lane.
Yes.
We've seen him get around the 21. That's just textbook, momentum.
It's Kansas. They've been out there for 20-something laps now. Move up because now that high line will be a factor. I mean,
Patrick DeSaunier going to 10th.
Yeah, good job for Patrick right there. Right now, you see the 26 running the high line. Trent Ringler out front. He's been out front for 54 laps. As we are about to come to our competition yellow, we got a battle for second right now in the meantime.
Yep. We've got Jeff Unich trying to hold off this 11 of Tyler Seville. Seville going to go to the inside here in 1 and 2. And you see right there, the 89 just going to let him have it. As you see the 11 clear up in front of the 89. Put Seville to second.
So Tyler Seville moves into P2. In the meantime, let's jump back a little bit here in the field. Levi Poland, Derek Pemberton. This is for Levi Poland, Ron Hollyfield. This is for 13th position.
Looks like Levi Poland trying to go to the outside here on Holyfield.
Yeah, if he's able to get a run right here, he should be able to take the momentum down the backstretch. We'll see if he dives through the inside or runs that high line. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think he's just going to ride behind him and try to get a slingshot move here on the exit of 4 with the momentum.
Yeah, he should be able to get a big run here, you would think. These guys are closed down on Hunter Waters as well. Remember, Waters, we've seen into the pit wall earlier when he wrecked on pit road.
Yeah, Water's now going to go to the inside here of Dwayne Hunt. Tell you what, that 7 truck, that's sharp looking.
It is nice. I like it.
Water's trying to get underneath the 19 and get this 11th spot. As we are coming now down to 3 to go.
Until that, we'll just call it. It ain't a stage, but it is a comfy yellow.
Yeah, so these guys are definitely racing like it's the end of the stage, I will say.
They are.
As you see, the 7 now might not have enough. He will not. The 19's still going to be in the air. Yeah, these boys are racing really hard right now.
Oh, the 19 maybe got in a little bit too hot and had to check out of it a little bit.
Yep, 7 going to clear him now, but Dwayne might lose a couple more spots. This is the Levi Pole in there, and I believe that's Ron Holyfield. You know, they're going to be breathing down his neck here for the next 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, for sure. So you see that 00 as Levi Poland. That's what happens when you take it just a little bit different. Meanwhile, Johnny Avila gets around Mark Jenkins. We mentioned Mark would be a big factor. Mark now up to, we're working on 8th.
Yep. It's nice to see Johnny kind of bounce back from that little issue there that he had. And I believe the competition yellow should be coming out here anytime.
It might be after this lap's complete. I'm not 100% sure on that, but.
Yeah, Trent Ringler now out 2 point. I guess you could say a 2-second lead. It's a little more than 2 seconds, so it's not really what he wants right now. But he may be wanting some tires as well.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And there's the yellow.
The yellow is out. I want to go ahead and mention a couple names here, Todd. Justin Gans up 10 spots, but how about Bentley Glasser and Robert Burris both up 19 spots? Mark Jenkins up 15 spots. Biggest dropper is kind of surprising. Jesse Bennell and Adam Matz both, Todd, down 17 spots.
Yeah, they may have. I don't think they got out of their pit stalls very well on our last yellow that we had. Either that or they may have just burnt up their stuff way too early to keep up with Trent Ringler.
I'm not sure what caused that.
So we'll see everybody come down pit road this time by. Want to mention, I believe we've got everybody's, well, we've got 2 cars that are down laps. So we got 24 on the lead lap. It doesn't look like we're going to have a wave around or Lucky Dog car. So who's going to win the race off pit road? We're about to find out.
So the race off pit road. We will see.
Oh, it's going to be close.
11.
Oh.
Did he get it?
Oh.
No.
Wow. No. Trent Ringler will keep the top spot for now.
Justin Gann picked up a spot, didn't he? He's up to 3rd.
Yep.
So there you go.
So
Pemberton took some damage repair, by the way. Just want to mention that. Adam Matt's taking some damage repair as well, unless he got caught speeding, which I don't think that's the case. Oh, he's got some hard damage, Todd. I didn't see how much damage he had.
Yeah.
Wow.
That may have been our issue that involved.
Maybe that was the smoke we seen.
Yeah. But this will set up our 3rd restart of the night. It will be Trent Ringler and Tyler Seville, your front row. Justin Gann and Jeff Unich, your 2nd row. Todd Cray and Robert Burris, your 3rd row. Bentley Glasser, Johnny Avila, your 4th row. Mark Jenkins and Patrick DeSaunier, your 5th row. Tell you what, these restarts, you guys better hang tight.
There you go.
I mean, we're pretty much halfway through this field. This is where the things are going to start ramping up.
It's about to ramp it up. About to happen.
100%.
100% about to happen.
Yeah, I was messing with Patrick earlier.
Oh yeah.
Tell him we couldn't run that intro video, and that I was picking on him all day yesterday too, and he was like trying to blame me for picking on him so much, and I was like, well, it shows, because I mean you hung out with me pretty much all day yesterday, so it's kind of your fault.
Well, I'm sorry, Todd.
I know, right?
That's a rough life.
I know. Where were you at?
Let's get. Oh, I was freezing actually.
I did see that.
Yeah. Another story for another time, Todd. Freeze my butt off. All right. By the way, Todd.
Yes,
Just
sir.
for anybody that wants to know, the almighty Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay.
Yep.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Todd, are winning against the Chiefs.
No, we do not need that to happen.
Come on, Ben Roethlisberger.
No. We need to have a State Farm showdown between Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes for the Super Bowl.
I'll be honest. If that happens again, it's going to be on it being Patrick Mahomes and freaking Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. And I don't want that again.
Yeah, I know. That was horrible.
It was. Let's go green here, Todd Chase Jr. Back from our competition yellow. Going green here on lap 64.5.
Yep. Trent Ringler and Tyler Seville going to bring the field back to green as the pace truck comes down pit road. And green flag is back out. Trent Ringler gets another good lunch here on the bottom.
Todd Chase, it is time to do something I've been waiting to do for a couple weeks now. You know what that is?
It's time to turn it up. got a battle for the second position here between Justin Gann and Tyler Seville. As you've seen there, turned it up early. I believe it was Timothy Bates got into the wall there.
Yeah, it was Tim Bates that got up in the wall and turns 1 and 2. Oh, a big slide job there from Patrick back in 11th, almost collecting Robert Burris, but we stay green here. Good battles all around the racetrack right now. See some crazy moves a few moments ago to that turn it up segment. Still watching this battle for second at the moment, however.
Yeah, I feel like I want to be right where Justin Gann is. You got the momentum running from the high side. You know, you could definitely maintain your spot here, as I believe he will fall back to third now. Seville had a decent amount of a run there to kind of slide up in front of him, but here we go again. Trent Ringler kind of pulling away from the rest of this field. A little bit further back, a little bit of some battling back there. I don't know who it is. But other than that, everything has kind of single filed out for the most part right now. Got Jeff Unich putting some pressure now on the 30 of Justin Gann for the third position. Be interesting to see how far back this 30 falls now after making some of them crazy moves to get up into second. Meanwhile, Tyler Seville also, we'll see how far back he falls after racing hard for that second position with Justin Gann as well.
All in all, some really good racing here all over the racetrack. And one of the battles I am talking about is right here with Hunter Waters. He is up 2 spots. And remember, he's recovering from that spin from earlier in the race on that first yellow that we have on, but he spun on pit road, or has spun on pit road. Lost a lot of spots. On the other end of the spectrum, with a not so good night, is back here in 24th. That is the MPI driver of Adam Matz. He is about to go a lap down here sooner than later, I would guess. He's really under pace, but he's still in 24th. One driver not in the race right now, that's Kyle Vermeer. DJ Lemon right now. Also, he's running, but he is currently, is it DJ or DL? DL, I'm sorry.
Not sure, but we got a good rattle right here with Todd Cray, Bentley Glasser, and Mark Jenkins here.
Now, Mark Jenkins, you're starting to see that name pop back up here in the Truck Series. We know he's good here in the Truck Series. He was, actually, I believe he was part of the Final Four a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I guess you could also throw Johnny Avila in the mix with this battle here as well.
Out of turn 4. You see all these drivers trying to find anything, Todd. Here over the next 50 laps of this race, the time has come down to where you got to start making your moves now.
That's what I was talking about. You know, this is during that restart. That was when you actually have to set yourself up. That way, if we get another late race yellow, you know, you're in position to where you could actually attack for the race win on another restart. You can't just start attacking from like 10 to go or 20 to go. You got to actually work your way up, if that makes any sense. Hunter Waters going to go to 9th.
Oh, Mark Jenkins, you see right beside him is that 24 Bentley Glasser now side by side. Mark's still working to try to complete this pass, what would be for 7th.
Yeah, right now, it does look like he's going to clear the pass. 24.
Great pass there.
Ooh. 24 all over the 33. Gives him a little bit of a shot.
It's all right. Rubber racing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the 33 got that much loose as, whoa. Who is that? I believe falling back. Let's see. That would be, I believe it's a lap car of DL Lemon. Still got all that damage from earlier. Right now, Trent Ringler's still holding pretty much the field at check. He's out to a 0.6 of a second lead, but I don't think Tyler Seville is going to be able to run him down being this far back right now, as Ray Polking, someone we haven't really mentioned, he gets up in the 19th position.
The battle right up here as well. You see Johnny Avila side by side now with Jeff Unich. This is for 4th position.
Yeah, I feel like Jeff is now starting to come closer to the field, front of the field.
Yeah, he's actually where he started. Biggest mover of the race right now sits in 7th and 8th with Mark Jenkins and Bentley Glasser. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A bit further back, his battle with Derek Pemberton starting to work his way back up after an incident. He got into the wall earlier. He's trying to.
I see a little bit of damage still.
There's a little bit there.
Yeah, on the nose, as he's gonna try and send it here behind Charlie Woods. As we got Mark Jenkins and Hunter Waters now battling for the 8th position.
Todd, you want to give us a rundown through the field, sir?
Yes, sir. So we are on lap 82. It is Trent Ringler leading the field. Tyler Seville running 2nd. Justin Gann running 3rd. Johnny Avila running 4th. Jeff Unich 5th. Todd Cray 6th. Bentley Glasser 7th. Hunter Waters now 8th. Mark Jenkins 9th. Robert Burris in 10th. Levi Poland 11th. Patrick Desanier 12th. Ron Holyfield 13th. Josh Connors 14th. Charlie Woods 15th, Derek Pemberton in 16th, Dwayne Hunt 17th, Steve Unich running 18th, Ray Polking 19th, Jesse Bonnell, somebody that we thought would have had a decent run tonight, running 20th, Francis Ballou running 21st, Colin McNichol, another one that we thought maybe have had a decent run tonight, he's 22nd, Timothy Bates 23rd, Adam Matz 24th, DL Lemon 25th, and Kyle Vermeer, who is currently out of this race, back in 26th.
And up front is Trent Ringler, like Todd said, has led every single lap of this race so far. Surprised by that, Todd?
I am a little bit.
I am too.
I am surprised. I believe Derek here is losing the position to Steve Unich.
Does look like it.
He'll fall back to 17th position now, and I kind of feel maybe that damage is still hindering him just a smidge. I want to say Ron Holyfield and Josh Connors are battling here behind Patrick Desanier. You also got Steve, I believe that, yeah, that's Steve Unich back there as well, putting some pressure here on Dwayne Hunt. This is some really close racing back here further in the field.
Yeah, all around the racetrack, there's some really good racing going on. Here comes the 27, and Steve Unich underneath the 19.
Try and send it.
Josh Connors also making a big move.
Yeah. I mean, some of these racetracks that we go to, if you make a move like that on these old tires, you're flying through the grass. As he will slide up in front of Holyfield there and clear him for that position. Meanwhile, 5th and 6th position starting the battle here between Bentley Glasser and Todd Cray. And I have to say, I think this is what you would call an average run here for the 24. Normally he's up there, you know, top 3 most of the night. Still doing a nice job right now running 5th. Got a battle here. I believe this is for the second position. Looks like Justin Gann battling Johnny Avila.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you see Adam Matz did go a lap down to Trent Ringler, who's extending that lead. And this right here is definitely not going to help Gann and all them as they try to get around him as well. Plus, battling for that second spot. Here comes Johnny Avila trying to take second.
Yeah, and he sent that. He used the draft from the 9 and set the 30 up to where he could really just send it in there on the inside. Unfortunately, the 30 had to let him go. 90
laps led, Todd. Or should I say, about to be 90 laps led here for Trent Ringler, as he has led every single lap that has shown on the board tonight. Surprised by that, Todd? Oh, yeah, we talked about that once already. Never mind.
Yep. Well, we can still talk about it, you know. This guy here, it's very impressive. I mean, he's not one of the ones that we think that would be able to do this. Is Bentley Glasser going to fall to 7th now? Is Josh Connor's going to fall to 14th? But, you know, this is the type of racing that we could see out of, you know, some of the most notable, you know, like Todd Cray, Bentley Glasser. You know, once you get that clean air, man, it's tough.
It's big, ain't it?
It's tough to get around them.
I think Ringler's happy to be back in the trucks. We got the 11 and Tyler Seville into the wall hard.
Yep.
Todd.
Yep, not what Tyler Seville wanted. I'm here. He's all the way back to the 10th position right now.
I will say also, Todd, we are just a few laps away from seeing green flag pit stops here. Oh, somebody else hit the wall.
Yep, I believe it was Justin Gann.
I think you're right.
He's now battling with Jeff Unich here for the 3rd position. Yeah, this could easily set up our final pit stops of the night, depending on what happens here.
They're definitely coming down to that.
Problem with Dwayne Hunt, I don't know. I believe he could be on pit road. I'm not sure.
Dwayne Hunt is on pit road.
So there you go.
We knew it was coming. We was just wondering when.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be their final sets of tires, by the way.
Yep. So here, once you come down pit road, if you kind of get, you know, this field is definitely going to be strung out more now.
Yeah, a lot of people pitting now.
Yep. At that point, though, you're not really racing for a position. You're actually racing the racetrack itself. So you kind of want to save more tire at the beginning, and then, you know, when we get to like maybe the back half of the run, that's when you really want to start pushing, you know, these tires.
Robert Burris had a big mishap on pit road. He had to back up quite a bit as a lot of time being spent here on pit road. By the way, Ray Polking, Martin Jenkins, Robert Burris, Levi Poland, all was on pit road. More cars coming out. Hunter Waters now on pit road.
I kind of feel this is a good move for the 7.
The thing is, you don't have to fill up your tank here. You only got to take, you can take a little bit less. Our normal pit run is about 35 laps. Take a little bit less fuel. That will help. But you guys are got to make sure you're good enough for a green light checker in case. So, you know.
Meanwhile, up front, I believe. Yep. I believe that's Justin Gann now on pit road.
Justin Gann, Callum McNichol, Francis also on pit road, Derek Pemberton on pit road, Steve Uners. Good time to come down right there.
So if you're Trent Ringler, when do you decide to come down?
Now.
Yeah, and it does look like he will.
Yeah, do it. Because you're going to be able to run at least 17, 18 laps wide open anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't you, you know?
Well, while he's on pit road, that will hand the lead over to Johnny Avila.
First lead change.
So I'm going to stay here with the 26, see if he has any issues getting into his box.
And we'll hop on and look at him as well. Oh! It's interesting. It ain't going to hurt him that much, but...
No.
There's a weird entry to it.
Meanwhile, we got a new leader. It is Jeff Unich now.
There you go, second lead change.
As he gets around Johnny Avila as well. It does look like Avila is on pit road.
Just watching everybody's pit stops to see, make sure everybody gets out good and clean. Looks like we didn't have any pit road speeding penalties that I see.
And here comes our race leader of Jeff Unich now down pit road.
This is going to cycle over to Justin Dan, Todd.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not surprised by this. I mean, he came down
Two laps before,
lap
yeah.
or two. Yep, and that's what I meant earlier by coming down further in the field and trying to leapfrog our leaders. And obviously, it's working out for the 30 right now, but he does have Hunter Waters now behind him and running in third. You know, can he hold the 7 off?
Got a good 3-wide battle right here behind that 26 truck. Now goes to 2-wide. But Trent Ringler going to be showing in P3.
And there you see right there the change. Justin Gann now will go to the lead. Hunter Waters will be second, and Trent Ringler would fall to third. Ringler going to have the faster tires, you know, the freshest tires is now. He's going to try to get around the 30 here. The 30 pinches him close down to that apron.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to hold that off.
No.
There you go. New leader.
Yep. Trent Ringler back to the lead.
Which will become our 4th lead change. However, all that has happened under the cautions or under the pit stops.
Yep, and look at Johnny Avila now. He's going to get around the 30.
Speaking of pit stops, here's the way it happened on pit road. You guys see it over there. Let all this shape out real quick. You'll see the update. Give it just a second. It's going through some of this. Maybe not. There it goes. You guys are seeing the pit stops and how long they spent on pit lane this last time by. So, there you go. Trent Ringler, 42.04 total time with 15.40 second pit stop. So, a little bit of a slow stop there for Trent, but as you see, it does not hurt him too much as he's still your race leader.
Shoot, he could have had Johnny Avila breathing all over him. He got a little bit of the apron here last time at 1 and 2. As you see, he works really close to that apron there. If he would have been a little more sideways, I believe the 63 would have had reasonable, a reasonable enough of a run to, make him work for that top spot. But unfortunately, Ringler didn't have that much of a mishap. And Johnny's still trying to work his way, around this 26. Both of them have kind of pulled away from the rest of the field.
I like Johnny's paint this year.
Yeah, that's a really cool paint.
It is nice. Bacher's Alley, of course, that's his sponsor.
Here we go. Johnny really working hard right now on the 26.
We haven't seen anybody really put up much of a fight against Trent Ringler until now.
Meanwhile, Todd Cray will go to 6th. I just seen that change. Tyler Seville will go to 11th. And I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think the 63 got a little loose there on exit and kind of backed it off with the 26.
He did lose a little bit of time. What is that? 100 laps led now.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy coming out of this performance of the 26. I mean, we're working away now. I mean, we're on lap 105, gonna be 106 next time by. Should be about 20 laps to go. As I believe Dwayne Hunt has had an issue. He's fallen all the way to 11th.
Yeah, and remember, Dwayne is actually out there on older tires, Todd. He pitted a few laps before these guys, so a lot of these guys with fresher tires are starting to work away on him. Someone else we got to watch is in that same situation is Robert Burris. He is on the same amount of lap tires as him. Same as Mark Jenkins. He is also on 13 lap tires now.
So it's going to be hard to keep tabs on them as we got this race lead, starting to brew up again. Johnny putting some pressure on Trent Ringler
Johnny
here.
might have something for him.
I don't know. He keeps running these corners the way he is.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Got a lap car. And I will say one thing. I never take lap cars for granted anymore. Even though it's guys that you would expect to move over and not put up much of a fight. We've seen some sketchy stuff happen in the past. Not in this series.
No, not in this series, but we've seen some guys, not even
think about moving.
No, they don't give a crap because, they're in their right mind is, why should I have to give over my spot? Why should I have to just hand it to him? Kind of thinking like Ryan Newman would in a way. But you see Trent Ringler now going to go to the inside of the 81. That won't be much of a battle. But look at, here comes Johnny. I think he's going to lose a little bit of time, but he'll gain it here on the entry.
Yeah, he was faster last lap. Not by much, but he was faster.
Now, one thing I am noticing, too, is the 26 is still running wide open.
Mm-hmm. That time, Johnny closed a little bit more out of exit of turn 2, and here's what I noticed. The 26 last time exited kind of flat out of turn 2. The 63 actually went wide on his exit, which is what I like doing. So it was able to gain it.
Right there, he gained a lot on him as well.
Half a 10.
Just by doing the same thing.
But just the apron right there.
Yeah, that's going to push that 63 up. He's going to lose that run as if he would have gotten from running the top. He's going to run kind of the middle here for now. We'll see if this run kind of helps him. Yeah, you can see right there. Middle to exit. The 63 kind of pulls up on the 26. Want to mention Derek now running 14th. And Patrick running 12th. Them guys having decent runs tonight. Obviously, both want to be inside the top 10 coming to the end of this one, but here we go. Johnny all over the 26. He's going to look to the outside here. 26 is going to pinch him up there. You see the 63 going to run the outside lane. Watch for the crossover move here on the exit. Not going to happen there, but looks like the 26 is going to... Ooh, I thought he was going to give him that run. Man, that 63 is really good on the exit of 4.
It's a great battle, Todd. This is really good. Mm-hmm. Both these guys have a chance to win that championship this season, and you're seeing why.
Yep. You see Johnny doing everything he possibly can cleanly to get around the 26 as they get around the, I believe that's the 14 there of DL Lemon again.
If something happens, Johnny somehow manages to win this race. You see,
all right, man, caution is out.
He got a yellow. Yeah, this is gonna set up. This is gonna set up a late race restart.
Oh, Todd, no tires too.
Yeah, so this will be interesting. We're gonna have to watch for some wheel spin and some big moves early at this restart.
Levi Poland bouncing into the wall, then coming off the wall down on the 27 of Steve Unich, and seeing him for a ride. Now these guys shouldn't have any tires, right?
I don't think they do. If they do, definitely come down and take them down.
Yeah, got to. From our math, they shouldn't.
Right.
Well, we're gonna have about an 8 lap race here.
Yeah.
Give or take on it a little bit.
Might be about 5 or 6 once they go back green. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. It all depends, I
But-
guess, if everybody comes down pit road and all that stuff.
But now, if you're Trent Ringler, what do you do to keep Johnny behind you? And then if you're Johnny, what do you do to try to get around Trent Ringler here?
Oh, man. With the restart, I don't know. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to time the restart, right?
Yeah, I mean, if me personally, this is what I would do. If I'm Trent Ringler, I try to go a little early. If I'm Johnny, I try to be about even, maybe leave just a hair before him to kind of stay even with him, and then side draft him as much as you can through 1 and 2 to possibly have a chance down the backstretch.
Yeah, things going to get pretty interesting here because we don't know what wheel spin's going to do here. It's a lot of laps on them tires. You know, one thing I noticed, Todd, was Johnny Avila actually pitted later than the 26th.
Yeah.
So that he does got a lap fresher tires. Now we see that makes a difference. Here's something interesting. Who's that on the bottom? Might be the 14, actually.
Yeah, I think it's the 14. You got somebody further back, though, coming down pit road as well behind them. Not sure who that is. So I believe the lights should be going out this time by.
We'll have 8 laps to go.
Yep. And when we do, it will be Trent Ringler and Johnny Avila on row. Justin Gann and Todd Cray, where did he come from? Now currently 4th. They will be your 2nd row. Jeff Unich and Hunter Waters, your 3rd row. Robert Burris and Tyler Seville, your 4th row. Mark Jenkins and Patrick Desanier, your 5th row. Man, overall, this race tonight definitely proven to what I thought it was going to be. You know, we had a little bit of a low there. I believe it was like the 2nd or 3rd run where it did look like Trent kind of, got to about a 2-second lead. But then we ultimately had, I believe it was the competition yellow there that kind of brought everybody back down pit road and kind of brought everybody back together. But
About that time, Todd.
oh yeah, it's about that time. It's gonna get crazy. I can guarantee you that. There you go. Lights are off the pace truck.
All aboard with Trent Ringler. You can see him inside the truck as we come to 8 laps to go here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Haven't had a lot of cautions here tonight.
Nope.
Keep in mind we did have the one comp yellow, so we will not count that. But you can see right here we've had 2 cautions. Well, we've had 3. We'll come to comp yellow for what will be 12 caution laps, and we're coming to 8 to go. And only 4 lead changes. That has all happened under the green flag pit stops.
Now I will say this is a legit ASL race for sure. I mean, these guys know how to race. It's just been, certain little things that have brought these yellows out. But this is nothing. This is nothing compared to what other seasons has started out with. That's for sure. So here we go. Let's see who gets the worst of the wheel spin between the 63 and the 26. As the pace truck finds pit road, and green flag is back out in the air.
Green, green, green.
Doesn't look like anybody really had any wheel spin there, as you see Trent getting another good launch. And it does look like Justin Gann going to be to the inside of Johnny for that 2nd position. You've also got Hunter Waters back there underneath the 21 of Todd Cray.
83 or 63 going to get a good drive off that high side, Todd. 7 laps to go.
Yeah, but I don't know. Can he catch this 26?
With that clean air, it's going to be tough.
It will be tough, but I don't know. He's closing really.
He's closing a
really
lot.
far in. Yeah.
I like how he's going to the high side. He's got to figure something out to close the gap in.
Mm-hmm. Battle for third between the 21 and the 30. Looks like Justin Gann able to clear him for now. Here comes Jeff Unich to the inside of the 21 of Todd Cray and Justin Gann. As Johnny Avila now getting a really good run out of turn 4. Going to put some pressure here on Trent Ringler. Looking to go side here in 1 and 2.
These wrecks may not be over, Todd.
It may not be over just yet.
They are all over the place, everywhere on the racetrack.
And you know what? If I was out there, I would be all over the racetrack as well.
How about the 11, by the way? We seen him at the wall earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, well, actually, not unfortunately, he's actually back up to 6th.
Yep, battle for the race lead is now Johnny Avila getting a really good run out of turn 4. He'll go to the top here again in 1 and 2.
Something happened to Patrick Sonier. I just want to mention that. We stay green.
Yep, we do stay green. Unfortunately,
There it
that's
is,
not
Todd.
what Patrick wants. But here we go, Johnny Avila.
Good luck holding this off unless you drive it in real deep if you're a Trent.
Mm-hmm. Does look like he's going to send it from the bottom. Going to try and slide up in front of the 63.
Nope.
Nope.
That might be all he needed.
Yep. I don't know who led that lap that time by.
Johnny.
Wow.
Trent Trent got the apron.
Yep. Here we
There
go.
it is.
Johnny going to be able to clear the 26. Here comes Jeff Unich back there.
Wrecking. Big wreck. Todd Cray and Bob. 27.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Ooh, hard hit back there for Todd Cray, and I believe that was Steve Unich as well.
Yep. Here's the replay.
Mm-hmm.
The 11 came down into the 21. That's tough.
Did he just not know that the 21 was there?
I'm trying to get a better look at this. Let me go to the blimp. Did he get the wall? Out of turn?
He may have gotten the wall.
He gets the wall and then shoots off the wall and comes down. Well, he checked up not to get into the 30, but still managed to get the wall and scrape the wall down the backstretch and shot off the wall. That's tough.
Yeah, that's just a product of racing on old tires, trying to give everything you can, coming down to the wire, and then unfortunately just basically
125 laps wasn't enough.
No, so now we're gonna have a green-white checker.
We are.
So we'll see once we cross the line here, see how many official attempts we will have. I believe it will be 3. Yes, make that 3 attempts at a green-white checker. So now the roles have reversed. You know, I think if you're Johnny now, you definitely got to go early because you know, with being on the bottom, you know the 26. You know, he's got the older tires, but if you're Trent Ringler, definitely gonna have to do everything you possibly can to keep the 89 behind you and try to stick with the 63.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know if Trent. I don't know. Like, I feel like he's quick enough. I don't know. I feel like he's having a little bit of trouble. And can't get the apron. We know that. We've seen that. Right there is pretty much what cost him that.
Yeah, but he's been flirting with that all night.
He has.
And,
Hasn't been until now.
Right. So. And we've seen, our last restart, we didn't have that much wheel spin, but do you think we could have more here than the last restart?
Yes. I mean, honestly, yeah.
I mean, I would kind of feel in a way now, too, that we would.
I just don't know what to do, like, if you're the 6 or 26.
Send it.
I mean,
Send it all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Basically mirror, Johnny's line. Unless unless if Johnny sees him trying to do that and takes that line away from him, then at that point you're pretty much playing defense against Jeff Unich and Justin Gann, you know.
Well, we're about to find out, Todd.
Pace lights should be going off this time by as we work our way to turns 3 and 4. And once some lights will go off, I will give off the top 10 running order.
What's your thoughts so far? Pretty good racing, huh?
Yeah, I didn't expect this to happen here closer to the end. I thought it would go all the way up.
Yeah.
But
now we're seeing what can happen.
But I mean, I can't complain. This is exciting right here.
This is good racing. We've had some really good racing this week, Todd. We had a great race over at
Red Sox.
Yeah, Red Sox.
And speaking of Red Sox, next week they will be at Canadian Tire. Tuesday night, URL, I believe we will be at Talladega. And then right back here, next Sunday we will be at Talladega for these guys. But pace lights are off the pace truck now. And it will be Johnny Avila and Trent Ringler, your row again. Jeff Unich and Justin Gann, your second row. Tyler Seville and Hunter Waters, your third row. Ron Holyfield up to 7th right now, and Robert Burris will pick up your 4th row. Ray Polking up to 9th, and Mark Jenkins to 10th. They will be your 5th row.
All right, here we go.
This is going to get exciting right here.
Yes, sir.
As we're waiting for the pace truck to find pit road. And it will be our first green-white checker attempt. Basically, we will take the green flag. If we make it back around and get the white flag, the race will be official. If we don't, and we get a yellow, we will do it all over again.
Here we
And
go.
green flag is back out in the air.
Green flag.
Looks like Johnny gets a decent amount of a launch there. He'll go to the apron to kind of try and break the draft here. But now look at this. Here comes Trent Ringler out of the bottom.
Trent
Gonna
running
bring-
a pretty good run here.
Yeah, he's got Jeff Unich helping him right now.
See what he does. Looks to the inside
Yep.
late. This is where things can get crazy.
Yep, here we go.
How about-
26 to the inside.
How about Jeff going up to the high side?
Trent Ringler coming down to the line.
He
We
led
will
that
see
lap.
the white flag.
He's got
Race
to dive
is
it,
official
Todd.
no matter what.
He's got to
Yep.
dive it in. How about the 89? Touches the
Oh.
apron.
Yep, here we go. Here comes Johnny now. Running the middle. Boy, this is
Oh,
going
it's
to
going
get
to be
good.
close, Todd.
Yep, look at this. 3-4 wide back there, further into the field.
26 tries to dive it in really hard here and try to slide up. He's got to have to bump this. He's going to have to bump Johnny.
Here comes Johnny on the outside. Checkered flag is in the air. It will be Johnny Avila
Wow.
going to pick up the win here at Kansas.
Big win as chaos starts to happen behind them with Todd Cray and more. Not sure what happened back there, but Todd Cray gets wrecked across the line here as well. He tried to avoid somebody that was stopped in the middle of the track as well. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. But,
Oh, Patrick
like I
got wrecked,
mentioned.
Todd.
Oh, Patrick?
Patrick did get wrecked. He got turned by the 24.
Wow.
Yep. Well,
Top 3 tonight, Johnny Avila, Trent Ringler, and Jeff Unich.
that's a heartbreaker for Trent.
Yeah. He had a really good shot there at the end. I don't know, man. I think I would have let the 89, beside me on the bottom and try to side draft the 63 more. But
Well, let's see if we can talk to Johnny. As he parks it in victory lane for the first time this season. Johnny Avila from AW Motorsports puts it in victory lane here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Johnny, it is Adam and Todd up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you, bud.
Man, a heck of a race, first off. That was some hard driving between not only you, but Trent as well. That could have went either way on that one. Talk me through that.
right there at the end, I was worried about getting bogged down on the inside, so I just tried to keep the momentum on the higher side. I was surprised that Trent was actually able to get in front of me coming out of 3, so I just floored it, sent it, and hoped I didn't hit the wall.
Talk about this race, man. It was hard racing all night. Very tough to pass. We knew that was going to be the case over the longer runs, and we've seen it here tonight.
Yeah, the biggest thing was I was just trying to save some tire, because especially with the thing being so close to being flat out, if you saved a little bit, it went a long way at the end. I'm not sure what happened with Adam and I, if it was like net code or something, or if I just came up into him, because I didn't have any damage on my truck, so I thought that was weird because it seemed like it was a solid hit. If that's my fault, I'll apologize to him once again, because he was fast all night, and that kind of took him out of it.
Good news is you're locked into the playoffs, man, so already weight being lifted.
Oh, yeah, that's always a great way to start the year, dude.
Shout out to all that, buddy.
Just want to shout out my sponsors. I got Biker Alleys on the hood this season, so this truck looks pretty cool. I'm glad to be running it. Got to thank everybody that puts this league together. Every year it seems the racing gets a little bit harder and it grows a little bit, so that's always great. And I got to thank you guys up in the booth. So it's been a lot of fun having you guys broadcast these races.
Hey, good job, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, this is the one of them interviews you don't want to do.
No.
He may not even be in here.
And I mean, if he's
is.
not, I don't blame him either.
I do not blame him at all. But we're going to talk to him right now from FSR Racing. It is going to be Trent Ringler joining us in the booth. Trent, you got a copy? Hopefully you want to talk.
Yeah, I got you.
Second place tonight, man. Led 117 laps, and that's probably just sickening to hear, I'm sure. Talk us through it.
It is sickening. Not happy. Definitely not happy. I drove it a little bit too hard that last run and used up too much tire.
You had to be a little bit disappointed when that yellow came out because, I mean, you was dominant all night. So you had to be a little bit disappointed, I think, when that last caution, not the green-white checker, but the one prior to that. You had to be a little bit sick or tired.
I'd have rather not seen it.
For sure.
But it was still going to be a battle. I think Johnny would have ended up getting me. He had a lap fresher and probably did a little better job saving tire. So I think even on that long run, he'd have probably he would have ended up getting me there at the end.
Anything you could have done a little bit different besides wrecking him in the green light checker?
Well, I probably should have. I kind of cut Jeff off coming into one there on the last lap. He was under me and he checked for me, so he could have definitely taken me out. I think if I could have just maybe ran the middle, let Jeff have that bottom, and slid up in front of Johnny, because I did clear him in 1 and 2, and I had an opportunity to slide up in front of Johnny, and I didn't take it. Felt I needed to protect the bottom, and I think that was the wrong move too.
Well, the good news is we're pretty certain that you're going to make playoffs either way, but I know a win's still taken away from you. It's got to hurt a little bit. But, man, shout-outs and all that you want to give out?
Yeah, everybody at 5-Star Racing and these guys that put on this league, they do a really good job, so it keeps me coming back. But I think they good group of guys to race with, and tonight was a pretty good race.
Hey, good job, man. I know you wanted to win, but go get them next week.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, Jeff Unit's going to finish P3 here tonight at none other than Kansas Motor Speedway. We'll bring Jeff in right now. And Jeff started back in 5th place, finishing 3rd. Pretty good finish, Jeff. P3 finish.
Hey, good to hear from you guys.
3rd place here tonight. You started back in 5th. Almost had a chance really there at the end. Got a little bit of a block thrown on you. We was talking to Trent about that. He said that you kind of let that one slide a little bit, but still a good race overall.
Yeah, I kind of sent it in there. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but hey, when you're going for your first win, you do some things you probably shouldn't. Wish I would have set up the pass a little better the lap before that. I kind of went a little high thinking I'd get momentum, and it just dragged me back a little bit, and I really wasn't in position there to get the win, but hey, it's a good start to the season, getting a podium finish. I'll take it.
Yeah, we know points are always a big thing here, man. So next on, we move to Talladega, where anything's possible.
Yeah, definitely. That one's going to be a wild card race. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll make it to the end.
Third place, man. Shout out to all that you want to give out.
Yeah, all our league sponsors. We've got obviously several on board this year: Infinite Hero, MPI, Butt Kicker, Splash New Graphics, Lost Chevrolet, Buick. I know I'm forgetting some people, but thanks everyone for their support. McConey Sab Shop, of course, and you guys for a great broadcast every week.
Hey, good job tonight, man.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, Todd Chase Jr., thoughts on the race?
Man, what an exciting race. Didn't expect it to end that way in a green-white checker finish, but ultimately, Jeff talking about, sending it in there on the inside. The good news is he didn't get into anybody. So it's basically kind of like no harm, no foul. But I do want to give a shout-out to, I believe it was the, who was that? The 75 of Robert Burris. He's our biggest mover of tonight, up 16 spots. Ended up finishing 9th. So
yeah, I was going to shout out Ray Polking finishing up in 7th.
Yeah.
Good run there. All in all, man, good race. Fun, solid race. It was not really what we expected. I think we expected more highline stuff to happen, but overall it was not. So we'll move on from here. We will move on to Talladega. You guys have a great night. We'll talk to y'all soon. We'll see y'all then. Have a great night. Take care as always. God bless.